Welcome to Come to Mama. I've come here to nurture some souls. A lot of you, I just have recently started telling family members and stuff to check me out. Just finally got the nerve to not worry about what people think. I think that's a given for anybody these days. But before I choose a topic that I want to talk about, I wanted to explain why I call my channel Come to Mama. And uh, then I'm going to pull one of these cards to kind of give me an example of what I need to talk to. Are you leaving? Okay. Could you be quiet and get out of here? Kids. That's what it is. Yeah, I call my channel Come to Mama because um number one, I am a mother, as you can see, of many. And then also because a lot of people come to me for nurturing like a mom. Um, and so since I have a lot of people that call me, to um, get comfort, not only comfort but wisdom, I decided to call it Come to Mama. So that's one of the reasons why I call it that. Can you shut the door, please? That's fine, but shut the door because I don't want any. All right, interruptions. I tell you, as soon as I got online, this child came out the door. She'd been in that dang bathroom doing whatever she doing for the last 20, 45 minutes. But as soon as I came online, this heifer came. That's kids for you. You can't even go to the bathroom. As soon as you get on the phone, them heifers want to come and talk to you about something. And I shouldn't even call them heifers, but my babies, they want to bother me the moment I get involved in something and my attention is being taken is when they come in and just want to know what's going on. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yes, cute. Anyway, so there's a lot of topics in my mind that I have been thinking about discussing. And one of the things I wanted to say was I lived in Louisiana for a year. I wanted to experience the South, and I moved to Louisiana for a year. And I loved the South. Uh, I didn't want to come back, but there were circumstances in which I had to come back to California. One being my health, and two, just I was led spiritually to come back here. Um, I wanted to move to Atlanta, but I couldn't secure a place in Atlanta, so I had to come back home where I'm from, the Golden State of California. And at first, I was not happy about it, but days like today's when I went out in this just beautiful year round out here. It's expensive here, but I'm telling you, it is one of the most beautiful states in the world, and particularly the Bay Area, the San Francisco Bay Area. I live in Oakland, and me and my son today went out, and what I love about it is just that people were out. It was so diverse and multicultural, and the vibe was good today. It was good today. Everybody was out. I even wanted to get out. I was like, I cannot sit up in this house. I need to get out. But the skies were blue. The water was calm. The weather was perfect. It was sunny and cool. And it's like that year round. Even the summer is pretty much in the 70s most of the summer months, right? And then you can easily have 60s and 70s weather in the wintertime, easily. It's pretty consistent in the San Francisco Bay Area. We're talking Oakland, Berkeley, San Leandro, Emeryville, places like that, that area around here, right? Hayward, you name it. But anyway, on another note, I just wanted to bring that in today because I thoroughly enjoyed going out today, spending one on one time with my 18-year-old son and getting him out of the house as well because he's like me. We We both Tauruses. He's born on my birthday. And so we both can easily find ourselves in the comfort of our own home chilling and not even feel a need to go outside. And we're earth signs. So, we need to get out there um into the world and, get ground because we live on the eighth floor. So yeah, we need to get out there and ground with the planet. And yeah. So on another note, I'm gonna pull a oracle card to kind of come to a decision if it gives me an idea of what we should talk about. And I'm gonna keep pulling them until I really cut. Because if the first card just gives me, one topic, but it really doesn't give me any ideas, I'll just keep pulling until I get them. And I'm pulling from a deck called the Magical Herb Oracle. So let's see what we can get. Try to do a little ruffle so something will come out. If you hear background music, it's just my child. Oh, goodness. My child is in there. All right. So what I got here is, wow, attraction and desire. Wow. I mean, couldn't be any more clear, right? Attraction and desire. I'm going to read what they say. So attraction is the herb is parsley, and desire the herb is Damiano. Yeah, Damiano. And let's see, number 4, attraction. Hmm. Someone or something is going to hold your attention and temper you. It is also likely you will find yourself to focus on someone else's attention. There are other opportunities coming along soon. So don't be dissuaded by any setbacks as a bigger picture is about to emerge. Something may end, but it will make way for a needed change and better times ahead. Better luck and happiness is around you, and there are indications of, of a sort of rebirth that is greatly empowered, hardier, and more successful than before. Romance is also suggested. Okay, so then then that's where desire comes in my opinion, where, you know, whatever is trying to get your attention right now is trying to get you to desire them to take your focus off of, what's coming, something better. And I'm telling you that these cards are spot on because there's currently a situation where there's somebody that I've been dealing with that has given me mixed signals for a while, and but still wants my attention. And they know they're attractive, and they know that I find them attractive, but uh, they don't come out and just say, "Hey, I want to deal with you." They kind of try to get me to get connected to them, to desire them, to basically pursue them rather than them pursue me. They're just trying to hook me in so I could start desiring them. Also, this could come in the form of, you know, past people that see you moving on with your life and things are looking good for you. And so they're going to come back and either try to um, get you to desire them or give you something to desire, whether it be money, um, material items, sex. Uh, you got to be careful, with these attractions and desires, because you'll get held up and potentially lose out on some of the things that are coming towards you, especially those of us who have been doing so much work just on ourselves and in our lives to let go of these, habits that we've created that may have not worked for us in the past, but now it's a new time, it's a new day, and it's time for us to recreate ourselves and reinvent ourselves. That's what's happening right now. In case people don't notice this, the way the energy's been going is that we've been giving the opportunity to recreate and reinvent ourselves, and we're being molded to do so. And this may very well have been by choice or not. You know, some of the bad things that have happened to us or the pain that has happened to us, we were made to go through it. It wasn't a choice. It was like, you know, you're going to stop this or you're going to be in pain for it. And I mean that even by disease. You know, you're either going to start eating better, you're going to start changing your habits, even if it's your belief systems, being snatched away or revealed that some of the things that, we thought were are not anymore. And they were snatched away from us. So it rocked our foundation because this was something that we always believed in, right? Whether it be a love that we had, coming to the realization that, you know, this person isn't good for us anymore, and they got taken away from us either through death or somebody else. They went with somebody else. But the thing is that, like I said, in these times I've noticed, and that we are all being forced to reinvent ourselves and let go of things and past thoughts and past mindsets that we used to have to move forward in order for growth. And so don't think for 1 minute that things ain't gonna test you through these times. you know uh, for instance, when you're letting go of a bad habit or someone who was not good for you, don't think that they're not going to try to come back and, you know, run that drag in your ear about, some type of desire that you like and won't. I mean, don't think a song sometimes won't even remind you. I was just having a conversation with a friend and I was talking about just how a song is can make, you feel that nostalgia of an old relationship, of something that was not good for you. And one of the good songs that I like is a song by Jill Scott. Um, um, You're just running across my mind. If you get a chance, listen to that song, because especially those for lovers, it's a good song. Um, that it 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 make she's reminiscing on a love, even though she has somebody else. But yeah, things are really just changing and purging out of our lives, and it's important right now that we really pay attention and try to stay on track for something better that is coming. Like the attraction said, and I missed, and I it said, someone or something is going to hold your attention. So what do we look at as attention? We look at attention as, I've heard someone say before, like, you look at your attention as your money, right? Just pretend that your attention, what you're paying attention to, and the reason they call it paying attention is you're paying your energy on something and someone else. You're not focusing on what you need to focus on. You are paying your attention to something else. You know, where your mind goes and your focus goes, that's where your energy goes. So that goes all the way to even attraction of social media. I mean, how many of us are online all the time? I know I am. I know that I have to have balance in that. So how do we have balance in that? Well, by learning something new, taking the time out to read, taking the time out to get out into, um, the environment, getting into um, nature, interacting with people live, going to a coffee shop, is great to go out and go talk and laugh at a coffee shop. We went to a farmer's market today. We walked around, you're seeing all these interesting things. People are out there selling their not only their fruits and vegetables, but just all kinds of stuff, oils. And I mean, I just love the Bay. It's just beautiful, I tell you. But um, we happened to run into one of my son's trainers who he used to work out with, and now he's about to start working out again. And it was just like, he gave my son some game today that my son needed to hear and I needed to hear. And I was just like thankful, so thankful to have broken up the monotony and to have made myself get up and get up out of here and not be sitting up here scrolling, chilling, looking, online, looking at things and desiring things that really are not important. It's given to you for a reason so that you'll keep your focus and pay your attention to that instead of getting out into the real world and experiencing the real world, right? So our minds and our brains, we're not even using our brains at the capacity that we should be to create the things that we want in our lives. Instead, we're too busy. Hey, did you hear about Beyonce? Did you hear about the Kardashians? Who the fuck are these people? And we're attracted to wanting to know about these people's lives and we're desiring their lives when they don't provide anything to us but us wanting to be like them. That's that whole I mean, I'm only touching on it. That's that whole athlete and entertainer, actor, and all that stuff. It's just a mask for you to desire these things because it looks glamorous and you're being glamored. What does glamored mean? Glamored means what glamorous is, making something look so wonderful that you want it bad, you desire it, when it's not necessarily good for you and it's not necessarily even glamorous. And you don't even realize what people have to go through to glamour you or to be that person that is glamorous to make other people want to be glamorous. You don't even understand the sinister, sometimes evil things that people go through, you know, to try to keep people focused on attracting them so that they can desire all this stuff. I mean, and then again, I wonder why people do it so much because it's like, why does everybody want to be cookie cutter? What is so glamorous about everybody having a big booty? What is it? I mean, it's just so low vibrational to me. I mean, if you have a big booty, you got a big booty, and if you don't, you don't. It doesn't mean everybody's shitting out of their ass. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're being made to think because you don't have a big booty that you're not desirable. Well, hell, I didn't have no problem. I didn't have no big old badonkadonk, and I didn't have no problems attracting men and having being desired, But of course, we're made to desire these things, right? And what's attracting us? Where's that phone at? Your phone, on being online, the apps, and things like that. It's okay sometimes, but really, really, you need to be trying to choose your path, what you're here for, and what you're focusing on, and then you will choose your own desires, not somebody choose your desires for you or trying to attract you to pay attention to their stuff so that they get all your energy. And then you wonder why you sitting around here unhealthy, body breaking down, uh, unhappy, and not meeting people and getting in relationships because you stuck looking at somebody else's stuff. You don't even get out to do it. You don't even get out to find out. So that's just in my observance of things. But one of the things that I noticed that I've been doing is I have been focusing on reading more, trying to understand um, the occult aspects of the world, because when you understand these things and you understand what's being done, you kind of just get an idea of, okay, it's not that we don't know already. Something ain't quite right. Or, some of us are keen on, understanding that, um, yeah, they really trying to, you know, play these games and use these different energies for us to focus on so that, you know, we don't try to use our imagination and create, get on our path and do what it is that we need to do. They want us to stay in their focus, what they focus for us, so that we can keep what they got going on. So I guess whoever is the powers that were, of course, want to keep you, focused on their stuff so that you keep their stuff going and you don't get your own stuff going, right? Whatever you're here for. Because I believe that when we're all born here on this earthly plane, we have the free, we don't realize it, but we should have the freedom to utilize the elements of the earth to live and create what we want while we're here. Whether it's, you know, a spaceship or a treehouse. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to decide what it is you want and be able to create it out of the elements here. And then of course you use the ethers, the unseen, to imagine, and then you bring it into the physical world to create, whether it's a business, a product, um, a child, um, whatever it is, something physical, um, you have that ability to do so. But when you're attracted to stuff that glamours you and has you just goo goo gaga, then you ain't gonna focus on that. So I can go on and on about that, but hopefully you understand where I'm coming from, because there's so many people that are just unhappy, and you wonder why, because you're living someone else's lie. You're living in a lie, and you're living someone else's idea of what beauty and creation is, when you should be, as a soul in this body, you can decide on your own and create your own and come together with others and create as well, and not feel unfulfilled. And what I notice is a lot of people are just really feeling unfulfilled right now, because this is the time and the energy where you're finding yourself. And so, you know, it's important that we let go of these things that are attracting us that are not good for us, and the desires that are not good for us, because there are good things that are attracting us as well. It's not just bad. There's really no good and bad. It's really what you decide. It's what you decide. And so, at the end of the day, if something's good for you or not. And when, you know, when old boy you used to mess with and he used to give it to you good, so sometimes you want that again, right? Well, you just convince your whole self to get in a whole nother relationship with him again, knowing he wasn't good for you. And he brings you into this same cycle again, and you right back to where you were that you got out of. And when you should have just had sex with him and kept it moving, because that's really all you really wanted was the sex, right? You just wanted that feeling, and then you kept it moving. But you didn't convince yourself to get into a whole situation that, now you got to work your way back out again. So be careful. Be careful of, what's going on around you in this world, and, what's trying to lure you in and attract you, because they are going to feed they're going to give you what you desire for that moment, just to hook you, and then Lord knows where you're going to go from there. So you might get caught in that dang cycle of just desire and not be able to get out. So, you know, um, I'm hoping that I gave you guys some food for thought tonight, and, nurtured your soul in some kind of way, because I think we're all going through this right now. And um, we just need to be really mindful of how we're moving along right now. All right. Well, everybody have a good evening, and I'll be back soon.